they're not mine.
Yeah, if they don't exist,
Well,
how do I
hey,
inject my cancer?
How can my friend Shane
Kevin
have any
thinks
sports
that's how you give
if
it
he's
kid
got
cancer?
no one to hunt?
Kevin's like, I will molest this kid into cancer. What are you doing, Kevin? Why would you molest a child into cancer? That's not how it's done.
How is that? Is that even possible?
Cancer comes from my right hands and these fingers.
If that was the case, then all the Catholic children would have cancer.
This one's diabetes. This one's cancer.
You know what? That'd be crazy if you could
This
actually
one's
tell
botulism.
what kids had been raped the most based on what sicknesses they have.
Oh my fucking god!
Wouldn't that be crazy? You could just pinpoint it based on
Kevin's
what
like,
sickness they have.
But I will take the cure and give that to them too. You're a fucking creep.
what?
Well, we just painted a terrible fucking picture.
A
I
terrible
can't believe
world.
we went there.
But-
Jesus, what have we come
But
to?
the fact is, you'd be able to find out who was abused the worst, and possibly do DNA
because
evidence.
the level of their diseases.
Yeah, they're
Yes.
like, oh no, this kid's at stage 4 molestation.
Call a priest.
No, we need an exorcist.
Not that priest.
I'm sorry, that's the one that actually needs to be called by the cops.
Make sure it's not a Catholic priest.
Call the cops on the priest.
Get a ventilator for this child. He's got stage 4 molestation.
Jim.
He doesn't have long.
He's too far gone, Jim.
Doesn't have
I
time.
can't do it. I don't have the power.
Doesn't have long to go.
Fucking God. I just made a disease up.
Show us on this disease chart where he touched
No,
you.
you're fine, Jimmy. It's only stage 1 molestation. At least 90%
You'll
of
make
kids
it.
have that.
You'll get over
You'll make
it.
a full recovery. All you need to do is take these pills. No, I get it that the other guy said to take pills too. And that's how we got in this situation.
He was only your uncle.
It's always the fucking uncle.
At least he wasn't your father.
I mean,
was your-
I'm sure there's certain
Then
families
we'd
where
have to
it's
take
both.
it to stage 2, Timmy.
There's probably certain families where it's both. Like, what would stage 2 be, Kevin? I would like you to get into this.
Let's cover the stages of molestation.
Yes. So stage 1.
It's just over the clothing. Is it kind of like the baseball
It's
analogy?
it's like
You know, like
it's
a
like
brush.
teacher or a friend.
Yes.
You know?
Just like a little rub on the back,
you're
like
fine.
Yeah.
like very inappropriate, but
pat on
not
the
maybe
butt.
over
It's-
the.
Yeah,
went a little bit lower than
inappropriate,
it
but
should
not
have.
over the line.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
That's,
like, what
good.
size
Stage
shirt
1.
is you? And then pull up the front of your shirt. And look
Man,
down
we
your-
are fucking going for it, aren't we? What's stage 2?
Stage
Oh,
2.
stage 2 molestation.
Now, stage 2 would include grooming of some kind and touching
a lot of
underneath
combs.
the clothing.
Fucking pics.
that means there's a doll that's being held and explained it. Oh, here's where it was touched.
yeah.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
stage 2.
And then now stage 3, we move on into the more extreme
Stitches.
stuff.
Yeah.
You're going to need stitches after this.
Wow. Oh, I thought you meant that, like, everyone was laughing about it and they were in stitches.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh, man, it's only stage 3. It's not stage 4. Stage 4 is John Walsh's son. That's stage 4. Or is it Adam Walsh? Adam Walsh.
I think it's
Adam was the
It's
kid. Adam was the kid. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right.
Code
Adam's kid.
Adam.
Yeah.
So
So that's stage 4.
Or
Stage
John-
4 is you find his head somewhere.
Yeah.
So sorry, a Band-Aid's not going to fix that
We're
one.
in a barrel or something, over the Niagara
tape
Falls.
might help.
You'll find them.
You found in Lake Havasu because it's fucking, they don't have any water right now. A guy is a sales guy, and he says the N-word to a black guy that he's selling to. Ooh. When he meant neighbors, apparently.
Ooh.
We're selling to all the neighbors here. Yeah.
No, he did not mean to say neighbors. You know he didn't mean to say that. That's one of those things like he meant to say that, but then he's trying to retract.
No, it's him going, don't say, don't say, don't say, don't say, don't say, don't say, don't say. Hey!
No, these guys, sales reps particularly, they get kind of comfortable with their customers. They get almost too comfortable, and this is a case where I think that's what it is. He's like, "Yeah, I got."
Well, why don't we
This is
play
right
it just so we can hear
Yeah,
it?
I
This is
doubt
the
that
one?
this was a
Yeah.
mistake.
Okay.
Is that all hooked up? Let's see. Go ahead and play it.
Should be.
Just remember, it'll be at about 10 minutes in. So
Yeah,
if
no
you want to
worries.
write that down, write
Okay.
that down. Don't worry, it's loading.
Buffering.
You're not gonna write it down.
No, I'll just hear it when I'm
I'll just remember it.
Whoops.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, sorry to bother you. I'm Fernando. I work at Peak Energy. We're a few doors down. We're in 1845.
Okay.
So we do solar around here. We're just coming around talking. Sorry, dude. Neighbors. I apologize, man. No, man, that wasn't even.
Whoa! Look at him walk away, all just embarrassed.
He just watched his job just flash before his eyes. Now he's just. Dude, and like I said, the whole time, you know that this is what he's saying in his head. He's like, don't say it, 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 don't say it. And then the first fucking thing he says out of his mouth is the N-word. Ah, shit, I said it. Fuck.
Would have been better if he just stopped and walked away. Right? All right,
All right, I quit. I'm done. I'm out of here.
Oh man, what
So
was the guy's
10
response? I was
roughly
laughing over.
go ahead and write roughly 10 minutes in, so you stop
It's
fucking
fine.
forgetting.
I was.
It's
I
not.
will hear it when I'm editing, Shane. I don't go by the
What I'm
times
saying
you
is,
give me.
I want to know what the guy said because I was laughing over it. Did the guy just say, "Get the fuck out of here"?
You want to play it again?
What did he say?
Go ahead and play it again.
Because I was laughing way too much at that. That was fucking great.
So there's going to be multiple
Piece
bleeps on
of
this.
shit. He just fucks up.
He sees the guy right there. He's like, "Oh, hey,
What's
oh,
up,
shit. Don't say it, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it."
Oh boy. Oh, you're loading again. Same spot, huh?
Oh, I think that must be part of the video.
It might be a part of the
Yeah.
ring bell. Because I think this originally came from TikTok.
All right.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, sorry to bother you. I'm Fernando. I work at Peak Energy. We're a few doors down. We're in 1845.
Okay.
So we do solar around here. We're just coming around talking. Sorry, dude. Neighbors. I apologize, man.
All right, man.
No, man, that wasn't even.
Dude, and the thing is, like, you know that, like, look, he's trying to reach out to a whole community.
This is community outreach, was it? Piece of shit. Oh man, that's
Dude, his
that's
body
tough.
language and he's walking
His
away from
shoulders
the
just
camera.
slumped.
Is yes,
Dude,
exactly.
Like, the only thing that would make this
I
video
didn't
better,
need it.
he just walks off and all you hear is a gunshot. Just him slump over. You're like, oh, yeah, I get it.
Oh,
I get it. You know your life's over, bud. I mean,
That's terrible.
Oh man! And what's even better is now everybody's watching
that's
it.
exactly
no, right here he's like, right here he's getting on the phone. Hey, this guy's gonna call in. I don't know. I don't know what.
Like, I just want to tell you, whatever he says, I said he's a liar.
I did not say that. Oh, he sent a video.
Oh,
Shit.
Well,
shit.
So you heard it?
you know we're not supposed to say that out loud. We see that behind closed doors.
It's in all their pitch meetings. So we got
That
this new.
sign up that says "Don't say."
This is going to be part of their training going forward.
Should I talk about it?
Maybe it's a cool story, dude.
I mean, so I kind of had to pull my gun on somebody on Friday.
Oh, really?
It's fucking wild. So I was driving around in town, and fucking dude was acting like crazy shit on driving, right? He's fucking speeding, passing people, like cutting them off, getting 4 feet behind him. And now that's not the reason that I had to do
Just
that.
being a real aggressive.
being
driver.
aggressive.
Very,
asshole,
very
yeah.
aggressive. He gets like 4 feet behind me, so I just slow down. I don't.
I do that to people too.
but I don't tap the brakes or anything like that. I just let off the throttle, and then he passes me, flips me off. So I flip him off. And I think that's the interaction that it's going to be, right?
Typically,
Fine.
that's how it goes down. It's like,
Yeah.
fuck you. Yeah, no, fuck you too.
Yeah,
man.
all right,
Yeah.
good.
All right,
We
have a
both-
nice day.
We both feel justified
Yep.
in what happened.
You got
Yeah.
my middle finger too, you asshole.
Yeah. So after I flipped him off, he goes to make his turn, and then as I pass that intersection, he turns back onto the street and then follows me. And so at that point, I'm like, all right, well that's weird. This
dude,
guy
I don't
looks.
like it when people
This guy.
follow
Well,
me,
first
man.
off, he looks
Fuck
shady.
that.
He's driving in a beat to shit fucking vehicle.
Yeah.
Looks like it's been rear-ended multiple times. You know, I mean, it looked
Or he's
kind of like
backed into something.
Back-
or back.
Yeah,
in,
that's probably it right there.
Possible too. And look like a shady dude.
Yeah.
We get to the next light. He pulls up to the side of me and is like, hey, you want to lose that fucking finger? And I'm like, in what way, dude? You know, like, what are you going to do?
What the fuck you
So
gonna
it's like
do?
he's still in his van. He's just rolled his
He's still in his
passenger
van.
window down. And he's yelling.
Yeah,
at
rolled down his passenger window, starts yelling at me.
It's like, oh, you can flip me off, but I can't flip you off.
And
Is
I'm
that-
not even worried about that. I'm just like, why are you elevating this to something
Yeah.
that it shouldn't be?
Yeah.
It's like, who cares? We both flipped each other off.
Yeah.
Move the fuck on. That's kind of how 99%
Yeah,
of
exactly.
any interactions
there's
work.
there's a
But
select
there's
few
no
that will not be
he's
one up.
he's
Yep.
obviously that guy.
will
you
not
know.
be shown up.
It's probably because he's been
But-
treated like shit his whole life.
But
been
right when
picked on
I
and all
say that to him, I go, in what way? He fucking whips out this baton and fucking flings it open. And so, at that point, I'm like, all right, well, I've got
Grab
my...
some nunchucks out.
I know.
I know.
Right?
He shows me a couple throwing stars.
Fans out his star. Oh shit! This is a real deal right
Yeah.
here.
Like, oh shit!
I'm gonna fucking end you,
I
son.
didn't know you were a fucking ninja.
It's Kevin's brother.
Right as it happened, I asked him, I'm like, what are you gonna do? And he just fucking vanishes in smoke. And I'm like, whoa! There's nobody even driving that van.
This has all been a dream.
So anyway, when he says that, opens up the baton. I grab my pistol and put it next to me because I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna have this guy
So
beat
you
me
travel.
to death.
You travel with a gun in your car.
It's, sometimes, not always.
wow.
If I usually I'm just carrying it on me.
Yeah.
Because I have a concealed carry permit. And
Oh, then you
So,
You're all legal, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
As one should be if you're going to own a weapon.
yeah. So anyway,
Agreed.
the dude, so I never brandished it to him because I'm not. I
You
don't.
didn't-
I'm not gonna
see.
pull
That'd
it.
have been cool as fuck when he whipped his baton.
Yeah.
You should be like, "Oh yeah."
I just start brushing my
That'd be
teeth with
fucking
it.
really cool. It's like, what are you gonna do with that,
clink,
pal?
clink, clink,
Yeah,
clink.
but no, I'm not gonna do that
See,
for
that'd
one
have been cool
because
as fuck. Shane.
I'm only
you lost
ever
an
gonna
opportunity
use it
right there.
in a self-defense
Yeah.
scenario. But anyway, so after that, he starts saying more bullshit, and I'm just like, dude, fuck off. I'm tired of this.
He's
nonsense.
running his mouth.
Then he tries cutting me off. He gets like a couple feet in front of me and then cuts in front of me to stop me, to try to stop me and get out of his vehicle. I could see that his driver's side door started to open, and then I just passed around him because I had left enough room. And so I passed around, and we get to the intersection. He then gets onto the side of me again. And through the intersection, I just decide to turn right because I'm like, "Fuck this! I'm not gonna escalate this into something that it doesn't have to be."
Yeah.
Now if I'm cornered, what are you gonna do?
Right.
But
Yeah.
So I turn. He turns into a parking lot to come and follow me again, and I end up getting to the next light, and it of course turns red right when I get there. So I'm like, cool, I get to sit here for a while
Yeah.
and just see what happens. Luckily, at that point, he never showed up. I don't know if he just thought it wasn't worth it or whatever. So
you lost him. That's what
Yeah,
happened.
I
Yeah,
lost him.
yeah.
Your evasive maneuvers. You lost
I
him.
lost him.
job,
I
buddy.
lost him less than a quarter mile away on a road that doesn't have any other exits.
Fantastic.
You know
job.
what?
But
Honestly,
I just don't get. I don't get the mentality there of like immediately wanting to go to the fight.
yeah.
I'm like, can't we just whatever happened to just
Can't
flipping
we just
people
get
off?
along?
But no, but whatever happened to just flipping someone off and just moving on?
Because
Fucking
it's
love
like
it. It's my
it's like
favorite.
Yeah,
it's like
fuck
these
you.
days there's a lot of people that are just it's like when somebody pisses someone off or something, they always take it to the extreme
Yeah.
now.
Well,
And
like I
it's-
said,
But yeah, there's the type that cannot be shown up. They cannot
Right.
be one up. They will not. They will not allow themselves because you're right. What you were saying, or probably been beat down his whole life, and he's tired
Yep.
of being stepped on, and he's not going to let himself
I'm
be under
assuming what-
someone's booty.
so he
this guy is-
over
Yep.
like exaggerates.
But I'm
know.
assuming what this guy is, he's a felon. And the reason,
Oh, yeah.
and the reason I'm assuming that is because I think that immediately when he goes to a baton,
Yeah.
that's the only thing he can legally carry without
Yeah.
just immediately going to jail or
Yeah.
prison,
Yeah.
right?
Sure.
So
That makes
that's why
sense.
he's got that. It's one of the biker gangs. They'll carry wrenches as weapons
Yeah.
because they
A lot of
can.
them are felons.
You can well, it's not even that they're felons.
working on
It's-
their bike.
It's you can
Well,
just
yeah.
say I'm working on my
Exactly,
bike.
yeah.
I work on my bike
Uh-huh.
with this wrench.
I need tools, you know. yeah.
And that's why they'll have
The-
hammers, fucking
2
wrenches.
foot length of chain.
Yeah.
Where the fuck does that come from?
You're like, I might need it for my bike. It's
Yeah.
Spinning it
You
around
never
and
know.
shit like
They're
that.
like, it's not even the same type of chain that goes to your
What
bike.
are you
What
doing with
need
the
it
goddamn
for?
length of chain?
That's
What
right,
are you gonna
that's
do with
right.
that? You gonna whip me with it? What the fuck?
That's why they use the wallets with the chains on them, that
Yeah.
connect.
Yeah, actually, that
It's
is
like-
one of
yeah.
the reasons.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
They will use
You
their
use it as weapons.
Yeah.
That's a good fucking point. That's just one of the dumber the dumber thug weapons that you see in movies and shit is
What,
the goddamn
the
chain.
chain?
The
Chain.
guy shows up with a fucking chain. And it's usually really polished and very nice.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. Like
It's
they
like-
just went and bought it at Home Depot.
I know.
Okay.
It's a
Saving
brand
it-
new chain.
Saving
How
it
do
for
we
a
get
special
this?
day.
They just linked
Hey
it
boss,
up today.
Hey boss, look what I got today. Is that a length of chain? Yeah, we're gonna go take out Batman.
Yeah, how come in every Batman there's always somebody with a length of chain?
That's what I'm
It
saying.
really is.
It's not even that's every Batman.
Unfortunately, the cartoon of Batman, you can't see Batman rolling his eyes when he sees. The
Oh, I
thing
know,
with
right?
The chains. It's just
like-
those white eyes, but you can tell Batman's like, oh god damn, another chain guy.
Every gang, they
When do you
got a
guys
guy
gonna
with a
fucking
chain.
learn? What's with the fucking length of chain? Yeah. So I got myself a length of chain out in the garage. I
Yeah.
keep it in my car with me. I don't have the baton.
No
when,
baton?
When it comes down to it, I'm gonna walk out with my length.
Walk
of
out
chain.
with the length of
Could you
chain.
imagine what would go through that person's head? You come walking out with a length of the chain, standing there whipping in your hand like, oh shit,
Or I
this
could
guy
see
means
that-
business.
Or I can see that this interaction happens again, like or not that same, but something similar.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are you gonna do about it? Dude starts swinging a chain and breaking everything in his fucking car, and you're like, dude, what are
God damn.
you doing?
I'm out of here. I don't want to
pass
deal with
it.
this
This
fucking
guy's a
give a
maniac.
shit if I
That's what I'm
fuck up my
saying,
car.
dude.
Like,
Something to be said about someone with a length of chain.
fucking mirror flies off, the headrests, everything's getting fucking destroyed in the.
It all
fucking
gets
gap.
tangled
more
around
more
the
nicks in the
chairs
windshield
and
and
shit.
shit like that.
Forgets to roll down the driver's window. That breaks.
Fucking wild,
Gets
man.
wrapped around one of the fucking posts in
Yep.
between.
Hits himself
Wrapped
in the
around
head a
the
couple
rear
times.
view mirror.
Knocks himself out. The car just gradually goes through the light on its own.
You showed me.
I'm like, but you know, like
That guy's a fucking badass right there. Watch out, people.
This one. He's got a length of chain in there.
gotta watch out for the length of chain. You know,
I remember when I was a kid getting the Ninja Turtles comics, the old Kevin Eastman ones, back in
never
like the
got
newspaper.
comics. I didn't realize it had a comic.
Yeah, they were actually in the like Sunday newspaper. I remember they had them in the Sunday Oregonian back in the comic, section with
Well,
all
that
the
was
other
the first
comics.
section you pulled out of the newspaper.
Yeah.
The Sunday newspaper is the colored section with the
Uh huh.
comics.
Yeah,
I
and
didn't know
the-
there was a
The what section?
I
Yep.
didn't know there was a
back-
Ninja Turtle strip.
back in the '80s.
I
Yeah,
don't remember that.
Mhm.
Well,
I used to.
I don't remember the Oregonian back then.
Yeah,
so.
I used to take them out and I would glue them to cardboard pieces and I'd put them on my wall when I was a kid, like the little strips of the
Oh,
Ninja
you were the
Turtles.
kid that we beat up in fucking middle
Pretty
school.
much, yeah.
Nerd.
I know.
yeah.
Dipshit over here.
I was like 5, okay?
Whatever.
Jesus.
Dude, you were the
No.
gayest
But,
5-year-old.
Remember the
Yeah,
silly-
pretty much.
You'd steal the images with your silly putty. The first
Yeah,
actual,
yeah.
like,
That was actually what I was
I
thinking.
remember
so
that,
fucking
yeah.
cool.
We learned that in school. I think.
Yeah, that was my favorite toy growing up, and I mean that's what I always got for my birthday and for Christmas was a thing of silly putty. I ended up having a huge softball sized thing of silly
I was
putty.
way more into Legos.
Fucking loved
That's
that.
because I like
Legos was
building shit.
expensive. That's the only reason I never
Yeah.
got Legos. My parents couldn't afford that shit. 9 kids and Legos.
Yeah.
No.
There was only 2.
$1.39 for silly putty, and I was a happy kid. Yeah, they're gonna go with that.
Yeah, they're like, oh, he's just playing with his pud.
Yeah, and then some jackass from my church stole half of it from me. Some
Was it a
teenage
priest?
kid. No, it was some teenage kids. Hey,
We're
that's
talking
pretty
about
cool,
different
man.
things,
So he
Tim.
fucking stole half of my fucking silly putty.
With a dick.
from church. From God's house. So that day was the day I knew God wasn't real. That's
God
when I-
didn't fucking
That's when I
smite him.
realized. Yeah, that's exactly it.
It would have
The
been.
house of the Lord, you fucking thief.
Wouldn't it have been hilarious if he grabs it and then just fucking died of a heart attack or some shit?
Man, I was so
right there.
heartbroken
You'd have been
that
like,
day.
"See, you motherfucker,
Yeah, that,
he got you."
that was tragic for me. Not a very cool thing for kids to grow up to experience. That's like a collection. Someone's stealing part of your collection.
I think being touched as a child's probably worse.
Eh.
Unless you're collecting those.
Well, yeah, I guess. You've got a
like
This one's
Milo
Bishop Nelson.
Yiannopoulos.
This one's my uncle.
you've got a book of postage stamps that
Like,
remind you of which
remind you
one.
of all the molestations.
This is when I went to the.
Holy shit.
This was when I went to Notre Dame and got touched by a priest there.
And this is me when I was 12, the camp counselor. We had something special.
Oh my God.
Kevin, come up with a good joke this time.
I have my moments once in a while.
The premise was good. I thought the premise was funny. You're collecting them like they're fucking like they're pogs.
Yeah, exactly.
This is my stomper or whatever the fuck they were called.
Shit, slammer.
Slammers,
Slammer,
that's
there we
it.
go.
Slammers, yeah, yeah.
That makes sense actually.
What about you, Kevin? When was the last time you had a great party got it busted? Did you ever get chased by the cops?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I've been pulled
Yes.
over before.
Yes.
What?
Oh, that's fucking boring. No, you didn't have a gun or nothing like that? Or
No
no
guns.
one chased
no.
you or nothing?
No.
You weren't
I
into.
didn't have any
you weren't
guns
into
or anything
ninja
like that.
stuff.
I have been into. I've been into some
We're going to get a
ninja
story out of it.
paraphernalia.
So what happened with this
was
ninja
it-
paraphernalia?
Was it shurikens?
No.
Size?
No, it wasn't.
Ooh. What about that weird stick that looks like a sickle, but it's got a chain on it?
No, it wasn't that.
Ah, fuck. That
a
thing's
word.
so cool.
That sounds
I don't
bad.
know what that thing is.
He would know.
He might know. Why,
Was
is
it
'cause
a bladed
Is it because
hat?
he's Chinese?
It was. Well.
Jesus, Tim.
No, not a
Yeah,
bladed
Kung Lao?
hat.
Kung Lao is Chinese.
Kung Pao chicken.
Yes, that was his
So
original name.
you had some Chinese stars on you and some fucking throwing knives.
yeah.
And a bow staff.
All the weapons
He was
of
like
the Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, he was
had.
like, and he was wearing a purple fucking bandana.
Badass, dude.
Yeah.
You fought them all off, didn't you? You were that guy in Portland that was catching bullets. I remember that story.
Dude, I can swing so fast that I can knock bullets away.
Nice.
With the bow staff, not
the
the
bow
sword.
staff. Oh, what sword? Wait, there was a sword.
It's a
involved?
bow sword. Bow staff sword.
Oh, that's
A bow staff sword.
I think that's actually just a spear.
No, it's.
What?
It
Yeah.
could be.
I think it's just a
Yeah,
spear.
it's a spear. Yeah.
That's cool. So you
Or
got,
pike.
You got
Maybe a
caught
pike.
with some paraphernalia
Pike,
on you, and they
yeah.
just confiscated it.
So what happened with the cops?
Dude, I told everybody about me sucking dick. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Never happened.
You can't take it back now.
Never happened.
It's recorded.
This
Yeah.
guy's all fucking embarrassed. It's like,
So
no.
the thing is, though, I don't really remember much of this at all.
So what did people tell you?
So the
It's an interesting story.
Sounds to me like
So-
Shane knows the story. Let's get it out of him. I want to hear
what?
this shit.
Okay, so what I was told after the event, because again, this night was just a lot of flashes for me. We got pulled over. They dumped out our beer.
Motherfuckers.
And apparently they searched us.
Yeah.
And the cop, when searching, when you get searched,
Yeah.
they check in between your legs to see if you got anything hidden there. Apparently, because I was drunk and I got pissed. I got really pissed.
You're like, he didn't even give me dinner first.
There's a video about this. What's this? What's this right here, sir? That's my penis.
Dude, there's multiple videos of that. It's fucking hilarious.
Oh, is that your penis? Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah.
Actually, dude, if you can find that, it's fucking great.
So a cop to feel.
So
and,
cop ends up touching
you got
So
mad.
yeah,
and you get
so,
mad.
You
so
got-
basically, I get mad, thinking that the guy was like, grabbing.
Don't touch me, fat.
Yeah.
Fun guy.
And
You fat
as
piece
we
of
go,
shit.
we ended up getting some more beer. I don't even remember how we got more beer.
Well, the
but,
officer paid for it. I hope.
Well, yeah,
He's
but-
like,
but
I
they
just
still-
jerked you
well,
off. I get to
yeah.
buy you beer now.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Like,
but
you're my
anyway, so-
boyfriend.
well, we were underage at the time, so these cops
So you had to get the
gave
cops
us a
to go.
break.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so we get even more hammered as the night goes on.
Which is usually a good thing.
Which is
yeah.
supposed to
when you're
be.
angry.
Yeah. And so apparently, now I had a katana that I got for my
sweet.
16th birthday.
On your person?
Well, it was at my house.
Oh,
We
okay.
were all-
I wouldn't
So
be
you're-
shocked. Didn't you wear like trench coats at times?
No, I was never into the trench coat.
While you were picking up chicks, I was studying the blade.
It was the way of the warrior for me.
yeah. The lone
And you
wolf.
have the audacity to come to me now. I get it.
Now look what I'm pulling in.
So what I'm so the story goes that I was about 17, I think, when this happened.
even
16
better.
or 17. So really young, and there's like 4 of us.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to mention names.
Yeah, of course not.
But so we get hammered drunk, and apparently I get to a point where I'm so belligerent and angry and drunk that they can't calm me down or control me, and I grab my sword and decide it's cop hunting season. And this is the
I
middle
swear to
of
God,
the
I think I
night.
saw this on the news. Some dude downtown Portland with a fucking katana.
No, there was that
they
was
were
Seattle.
shooting beanbags at him.
Seattle.
He was cutting them down.
Yeah.
They were fucking shooting
It was
at him.
Seattle, and then they finally got it with a fucking hose.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
That black dude wearing the sunglasses.
Yeah, a long
that
time
was in
ago. I
Seattle.
remember
He was
that.
fucking
All right,
crazy.
so
No, I didn't see that.
It wasn't
Yeah.
Kevin.
It was
All right.
Blade.
No. So
Did you catch a cop or not? No, I gotta know.
apparently-
Yeah, are you
Caught
admitting
me.
to a murder?
How many do you drive?
I'm a
man?
little worried about
It's
it.
fucking
You know?
He's like, he's buried in my backyard.
So
This guy's a fucking badass.
So I guess I went out and I guess I left the house, and so they got worried and decided to go look for me.
Yeah.
I left with the sword.
Yeah, well,
And,
he's kind of worried at that point.
You know, catch a cop. It's like, all right, have fun.
Yeah, everybody they're like, well, give us a call when you get done.
Right.
Like, are you coming back?
Don't worry, we'll lock up. How do you like that shit, dude? So you didn't catch a cop. You just ended up going
No,
coming
so
back in.
so I go out there. I'm out and about in the neighborhoods and stuff, and I guess I make it to the closest main road.
Yeah.
To my neighborhood, and there's this bridge there that goes over a creek.
Yeah, and you see the cops from like 150
Well,
yards.
no,
200 yards.
Oh, you actually
apparently-
found some fucking
so,
cops.
So basically, what happened?
Wow, good
so,
for you.
And so my friends are driving, trying
It's
to.
like
find
they have
me.
those lights. It's easy to find.
And I guess they were pulling by when I was starting to walk across the bridge.
Yeah.
Fucking guitar.
And this cop car shows
Like, oh
up,
shit, I didn't know a ninja was out.
sees me, pulls over, and they, I guess, came back and looped around and, drove
Yeah.
back by. And I guess there was two cops in the car. They
Oh,
got out.
dude.
And
You were so lucky you're white.
I don't know. Yeah. Well, so, yeah, I'm surprised that this...
You were
this- I
so
wasn't
lucky that they
bad.
were fans of the Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah, I was so lucky that they were anime fans.
Yeah, exactly.
But so so what I'm told is that I started running towards them, and then they pulled their guns
Yeah.
and
What?
Yeah.
They actually pulled their guns on you?
pulled the guns.
Yeah,
and
you
aimed
see a
them.
guy running at you with
Yeah.
a katana.
They pulled the guns and were aiming them
Yeah.
at me, and I went right off the bridge.
It's like all cartoonish.
My fucking Riverside story sucked
right,
compared to that.
I went right off the bridge into the creek,
And the
down
funny
on
thing
the other
is-
side, like 12 feet down, probably.
Holy
The funny
shit.
thing is, when he
I
jumped
just-
over the bridge,
and I was so
his
drunk.
feet kept moving until he looked down.
Yeah. Like,
And then he fucking fell.
well, that's the thing. Like, what I remember of any of this is just little flashes, and it's been
Yeah, and
so
it's probably
long that
mostly
I don't
blurs.
even remember any of it really. And but I know that when I did get home, I was my clothes were all wet, soaked
That's from the
running through
piss.
the creek and everything in the piss.
So the cops
And-
didn't pursue or nothing. It's like, all right, he
I
learned his lesson.
Well, the thing is, though, I don't know if they knew where I went because that whole like park was dark and it could go off in all these
Goddamn
different areas.
ninja.
He fucking threw down a smoke screen. had those
waving their heads like, what happened?
They're like, where did he go?
He's gone.
Kevin's got those ninja climbing fucking whatever those things are called, climbing up trees and shit.
Like hanging from the tree.
Just fucking Kevin Hidden Tiger. What is that? Hidden Tiger.
He's underneath their car, fucking hanging on to it.
Yeah. He's like,
I'm gonna get all of them.
he has like a little kid sees him under the car and he's like, shh, don't look at me.
Oh Jesus, that's fucking amazing. Yeah.
I know, you would have looked like
Story
Marilyn
fucking
Manson the ninja.
Dude,
Oh
and,
man.
and like I said, when I guess I also cut my friend's hand open that night too.
that'll
Because I guess
happen
he
with
tried
a
to take
katana.
the sword from me, and
Yeah, which
So
is
this-
dumb to
this
grab
is
the blade.
not a prop sword then. Or,
no, it was an actual forged sword from Japan. I
no.
still have it.
Wow, dude. Well, I mean,
actually
I got a
forged
prop
by
one in the
a-
garage.
by a-
I don't have a forged one. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, it's fucking,
Wow, that's fucking
wild
cool,
story.
Yeah, I got it for my 16th birthday. My
Well,
dad
and it's a good
got it
thing that you came to your senses.
when I was sober.
No, when they pulled guns and you were
that
like, I'm
moment-
out of here.
But in that moment, and I think that it had to have been just some instinct that kicked in because I was so hammered. Like I said, I was
Yeah, it's
like
called
blackout drunk.
self-preservation.
Yeah,
is
yeah,
what it is.
probably. And the thing is, though, is that I was on that bridge, and if you go to that bridge now, there's still that creek down
Yeah.
there, and it's about a 10 to 12 foot drop.
What was this, Breast Prairie?
No, it's
Well, let's not narrow it down.
Yeah.
Well, why not?
I'll tell you after the show. I'll tell you after the show exactly where it's at.
You're like, hey, can you take us there?
What, so the cops are fucking. You think the cops are going to watch the show?
No,
Like,
they-
aha, there he
Well,
is.
that's the other thing.
We've been looking for this guy for 15
that's the other
years.
thing. I
Got
remember
one
you
officer
saying,
with a
like,
cut on
friends
his
were like,
eye.
don't say anything. It's like, dude,
Yeah,
nothing
yeah.
happened.
No.
Nothing
We're not
actually
naming
happened.
any names except yours, and that's some pretty badass story. I don't up to that.
Yeah,
shit.
well, that's the thing. Like, first
we don't
off,
want people to
there's
know where
nothing
we
in there
live.
that's. I mean, especially for how long ago it happened. And
I
all
was
that shit.
16. I'm almost 38 now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it was a very long
Now,
time
if you
ago.
murdered a cop,
That's a different story.
it'd be like, hey, Kevin, probably shut up about
yeah,
this.
yeah.
tell
And
that
the thing
story.
is, though, you know,
I mean, that'd be a good episode.
I go off of,
be
you
the
know,
last
because
episode.
I don't remember
Well, for
as
him.
much. I do
He'd get his
remember-
computer.
Well, see, I do remember some flashes of memory of me walking outside with the sword, but I don't really remember much of any of that. I do remember being wet afterwards and
See,
like
this-
running. But
This
I
is
don't.
why it's good to not be attractive to the cops.
Yeah, exactly.
Then they won't touch your dick.
But you know all three of the people that were there that night.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know everybody.
So
I know the cops, too.
they'd all collaborate on that story. Then all of them have this pretty much the
Kevin,
same
you're
story.
talking-
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
talking
They're the
to-
ones that told me the next day.
You're
what
talking
happened.
to them right now.
Fucking
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, it's all recorded.
I mean, you're
Jeff
technically-
Bezos is sending this off to the police right now.
That's not the Amazon thing.
Pretty fucking cool.
No, but it's here. It's here.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
This house
you
is
go.
rigged for sound.
Alexa, contact FBI.
No, I work for Amazon.
good for you, Alexa. Thank you.
No, I work for Amazon.
Yeah,
what the
that's what she
fuck?
said.
What a bitch.
A month from now, the cops show up at my door. So,
I heard what you said.
podcast.
Like, yeah, it's a joke. It's a joke.
Yeah.
Shutting it down.
not
This
even
is for
real.
entertainment purposes only.
Yeah.
So
I don't,
do not attempt to react
if you're a
or
good
recreate
storyteller,
any of
you're
these
a good
actions.
storyteller. That's the way it
That's
works.
a pretty badass fucking story.
Dude, it's crazy. Tim's like, let's describe people. I think they dress in Hugo Boss. And if you don't know that they just...
Pumas.
Do you know Hugo Boss?
Yeah.
Do you know what...
They make suits, right?
Well, they also made this suit back in the 30s.
For
Oh, did they really?
They were the designers of
Hitler?
all the Nazi uniforms.
oh, that's nice.
Whoa.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Well, it's now we
Now
know.
now you know another useless thing.
Wow.
Oh, Tim's going to be at a party and
I
be
had
like,
no idea.
you know what? The Nazis were...
Some guys
I
wearing
can
Hugo
see-
Boss.
I
I
can-
go to, it's gonna be my,
I
it's
could
gonna be
just-
my family
no,
fucking.
this is
Thanksgiving
how
party
this is
dinner.
absolutely how I see you dressed. You're in a suit that doesn't fit, like one arm's longer than the other for some reason. One of your pant legs is pulled up, and I have no, like there's no reason why any of this is happening. And you're just like standing there with like, I don't know, some sort of drink, like maybe a White Russian. And you're like, so, I heard Hugo Boss made some interesting items back in the 30s. And I'm like, what do you mean? They get all really, intrigued by your knowledge of Nazi uniforms for some reason.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know.
Keep going with the story. I want to hear what's.
Oh no, your story. Oh, and by the end of it, you masturbate alone.
Oh, I was gonna say everybody in the fucking sheets they hailed me for it. I thought they were gonna be
Yeah,
like,
either
Yes.
that or it becomes the life of the party.
This was at Tim's monthly cross burning.
yeah, we didn't know that, Tim. Great.
Thanks, Tim. But
Oh my God, we can share everything.
We gotta give him that
we're gonna have to
redneck
let the
voice.
Grand Kleagle know about this.
Fantastic news. We had no idea. Fuck you, go boss.
No,
Go
they're
get the
friends with
grand two-headed dragon.
him. Yeah,
Let them know we got a new one.
Why do they have such fucking weird
They
names?
do.
and
Like
shit?
they're I heard
Like they're
one of them's
playing Dungeons and
Warlock.
Dragons?
Yeah, they sound like fucking D&D.
Yeah.
Like
They're like
classes.
Oh man, I rolled a 7. We're gonna have to let one of them eat with us. And you can insert any group that you want to in there.
Not at my table.
okay, just this once.
I rolled a 3. You get protection from that thing. Like what the fuck,
I
dude?
rolled 7 for white light. Oh my god, that's fucking terrible.
Actually, that could end up being kind of a funny sketch.
It's a fucking
Quick, put your helmets on.
Klansman fucking playing D&D.
D&D. That's how they got it started. It was all from a fantasy game.
All got their fucking sheets on and shit, rolling dice. Fucking nerds.
Dude,
We're like, oh man.
that should be one of our first skits, right there.
Dude, no fucking way. I'm
Bunch
putting
of
the shit on, dude.
yeah,
No.
a bunch of
way.
KKK members playing D&D.
No, we can actually just have Kevin playing all of them.
Actually, that's not a bad
That
idea.
can be. We can do that. We
Yeah.
just have to film me separately.
It's not hard to
edit
do.
it together. Yeah.
I've done it for photos, but
Yeah.
not the thing.
Oh,
you're
we could do
doing.
that with video
Oh,
easy.
Man, that's fucking crazy.
Uh,
Which one of y'all is a dungeon master? No, we're not going to use that one anymore. We're going to call it the Grand Kleagle.
See, and that's how they got the name.
Grand Kleagle
right
Vizier.
there. That's the origin of their weird fucking names. They're like, oh, turn to page 46. We'll find out what this one does. And you're like, all right, dude, you rolled a 5. You've rolled 4 5s in a row. You know what it fucking does. Them all bickering over whose turn it is.
Who brought the Mountain Dew? I'm
God
thirsty.
damn it, you are the worst dungeon master in the fucking claim.
You knew I was going to be thirsty. You drink all the Mountain Dew.
we got more Mountain Dew in the fridge, Cletus.
Yeah, why is it? Like, mostly
Cletus is
terribly
is a-
shitty people
they
in
got
Mountain Dew.
Terrible names,
Yeah.
too. Well,
Mountain Dew is like it's just one of those things. Like
it's a Kyle drink. That
Yeah.
Monster.
Yeah.
But don't
Well,
get me wrong.
no,
I
no,
drink
look,
it every
look,
now and then.
Look,
I mean,
if you
that
look at Kevin, you would assume Kevin, right? You look at him, you go, you know what?
it's close to Kyle.
He's not someone that actually hits his girl, but I'm pretty sure there's some holes in
There
walls.
probably is a hole in the door here or there.
You know what I mean? Like, he always wears a fucking wife beater here. Always.
This could be you, but it's not because I
Look,
love you.
Do you see how much I love you? This hole proves that I love you. I love you this fist size in this fucking sheetrock.
I love you so much. I took out half that wall.
Yeah.
That was for you.
This is look. This is just how passionate I am about you.
I'm not angry. I'm passionate.
What a
Yeah.
gentleman.
No, that's
That
true.
is.
You always have to have that argument, not just for her, but for yourself, because you're trying to justify it.
Exactly.
You're like,
Gotta
no,
rationalize it.
It's because I'm passionate.
I'm passionate.
No, I'm not an asshole. I'm passionate.
Good for you, Kevin.
Yeah. No.
for you.
Look, you show
You're
restraint.
welcome.
That's all
You're
we
welcome.
need.
I think we've all kind of improved just on.
Oh, for
just
Christ's sake! Here we
bantering
go.
And like, just
Not
like.
talking over each
Yeah,
other,
not talking
interrupting each other like I just did.
Yeah, but we
What do you mean,
got a lot
Tim?
better at
What do you
it.
No,
mean?
it's just-
I don't know what Kevin
Well,
said.
they want
Tim,
them to
what
start
do you
walking
say?
and talking at the same time because they don't understand. And, I've learned to.
Hey, I'm trying to say something. I'm trying to say something.
I changed my microphone so it actually picks up my voice a bit
My
better.
favorite part was this is how Tim used to have his microphone set. Sorry, people that are listening, but
Yeah, wait. I'll do you even better. So you put it over here, and then you.
and the whole time we're going. Is Tim a fucking Fed? He's talking at his balls the
The whole fucking time.
whole show.
I call it my microphone.
Dude,
No,
every time.
see-
Micro.
Have you noticed though that people haven't been going, "Hey Tim, we can't hear you," because now you've understood that
I don't
the
know.
microphone needs to be in front of your fucking mouth.
In all honesty, I haven't heard feedback from anyone. I mean, this guy who's been training me, he doesn't listen, but he wants to be a part of the show. I was like, well, tell me about what you know about this. What do you like about the show? Well, you guys do it, right? Yeah. Well, have you heard any of it? No.
No,
But
you
wanna
wanna
come
be a part
you
of
want
it.
to be a part. You want to come be a guest. You
No.
know nothing about
He
it.
can be a producer, and he shuts the fuck up
Gives
the
us
entire
money.
time. No, he can produce it. We'll
Well,
have
he can be
somebody
like,
come in.
what's her name? Or yeah,
What's her name? Who?
from Stern. But she talks.
Oh, you're talking about
Robin's
Robin.
not
yeah.
a producer. Gary's the producer.
Yeah.
Baba Booey?
Yeah, Baba
But-
Booey. Yeah. Well, yes, he sounds just like that
Yeah.
guy.
You like dags? You like dags? I like dags.
Oh, jokes.
Oh, I get it.
Dogs. There you go. He's
As
got it.
greedy
You're
as
Brad Pitt. Is that who you're dressed as?
No.
'Cause I
that's
don't
the
know
worst
what
thing.
it is that you're dressed as.
I told you I'm a homeless crackhead. That's about
I
ready to
think
rob a
that
bank.
that's actually true. I don't think that that's the costume.
No, that's well. Then there you go. Then that means the costume sold the idea.
No.
See,
no,
it's subtle, but it's true.
No, look. Okay, fine. I'm just gonna take this off and just like kind of scratch my head and be like, "Oh man, I'm dressed as me." If I got a scratch on my head,
Yeah, but you could do that, but you didn't. You wore the monk. thing.
I like it. I mean, it's. I don't know, a rosary or something like that. What I mean,
You have
that's
a
what I
rosary?
thought it came with. I
Yeah.
thought it came with the fucking
Oh.
cross and everything.
Well, that's a bummer. Didn't do that.
You could always use this as a rosary, the little thing, and you can play around with it.
Yes, I can not wear the headphones.
No, you just hold it
Well,
on your
that
side like
works.
this and do this thing. Yeah.
Cool.
I got tits.
Your rosary.
And then
Don't
He's
I
got
feel?
tits.
there's jewels here, I think. And some jewels on my fucking thing. This really chafes up in the fucking armpits too, man. I don't know
Does
how
it
women
really?
do this shit. This fucking sucks.
Watch Tim by the end of this changes his whole thing on the trans movement.
Oh yeah, I'll be jacking off on this later on. Don't get me wrong, dude.
That's not what I meant. That's not at all what I meant.
Well,
You're like, no, they're people now.
I want
They're people.
I want people to image that. Me in this sexy getup, jerking off in front of a mirror.
Backwards.
Yeah.
I'd
It's
fuck
fucking-
me
yeah.
so hard.
You're like, oh man, I can see your asshole.
Yuck. And yes.